Hi, you're on the air.
And now, time for Caller of the Week on the Friday Show.
This week, there's actually 2 callers of the week, but and they're both very famous. One is Jimmy Kimmel from Jimmy Kimmel Live, and the other is Eric the actor, a.k.a. Eric the Midget.
Don't they cross over at one point?
Yes, they do. But since Jimmy was on the phone, we had to give him the distinction of being a caller of the week as well.
The top billing.
But it all starts from the man in the wheelchair. Eric the Midget is this week's caller of the week.
I have a show-related question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Why hasn't Eric the Midget got in balloons and flown around yet?
Well, I think we're close to it. Eric, well, wait, let me ask him. He's on the phone.
Eric is called in every day this week.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited.
Eric.
Good morning.
Evidently, your 2 biggest fans are here. Sarah Silverman, the comedian. Are you a fan of hers?
Yeah.
Yes, now.
and Jimmy Kimmel from Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What, Eric, answer Jimmy's question. Jimmy wants to see you fly with balloons. Sarah wants to see you fly with balloons. Why are you not flying with balloons?
Why are you not flying?
Jimmy, I'll tell you the snag. Eric wants me to sign a document drawn up by his lawyer.
He has a lawyer.
That would hold me responsible for anything that happens to him during balloon flying.
What more could happen to him that God hasn't already done already?
Yeah, but that's the point. He'll say, "Oh, my neck hurts," and then he'll go in front of a jury, and I'll be responsible. And you know he's not even for real.
Yeah, we've seen that song and dance, Eric.
I mean, I can't risk that. Eric's going to die at any moment, probably anyway.
Can't blame us for that.
No, I'm not.
What do you mean, no, you're not?
Wait.
You're very fragile, my friend.
You told us you'd already lived past your life expectancy.
Yeah, my luck, you'll come on here, fly by balloons, and have a little heart attack.
Right.
Yeah, it's all gravy now.
You know, Howard's putting words in my mouth.
Right.
There's not even a lawyer involved.
Right.
So I don't never even talk to a lawyer.
But you wanted us to sign a document.
I assume that you are a litigious little midget because you immediately brought up the law, that I'm signing a document. I assumed you had a lawyer when you asked me to sign a document.
You wrote this up yourself?
No.
A clown drew it up for him.
Well, if you wrote it yourself, I'll sign it.
If it's in crayon, he'll sign it.
You're what we call a litigious.
Litigious.
You're a litigious midget.
Eric?
Yes.
So answer Jimmy's question. What is the real hang-up here?
Why aren't you flying?
Well, last night I reached the decision to do it until some jackass on the line said that he had my home address and was going to post it on SFN. So that idiot, that asshole blew it for everybody.
What's that got to do with us?
It'll make me suffer.
I don't want jackasses threatening me, holding my home address over my head.
Well, there you go. First of all, everything's over your head, Eric. Secondly, I think the important thing is you can't let this guy threaten you. You've got to. If he's saying you better not get in those balloons or else I'm going to post your address, you got to tell him, screw you. I'm flying with balloons.
Boy, Jimmy is good.
Yeah, you know, we should have called you when we first started this thing.
Yeah.
I have been looking forward to this since the first time it was mentioned. It is one of my dreams to see a man fly around on balloons. And
Especially Eric.
And Howard said it is going to happen, and I realize I've been waiting and waiting.
Oh, it's going to happen. I see him splayed out like Superman, flying through the studio.
No, you know what? No one is seeing me out of my wheelchair. No one.
Let me ask you something.
We can't fly a wheelchair.
That's the other thing. I'm not flying your wheelchair. I'm flying you.
That's dangerous.
First of all, to be in a wheelchair and fly is not flying. That's like being in an airplane. I'm talking about you, like Superman, splayed out straight forward with your arms in front of you, flying through the studio.
And your legs wherever they can be.
Right. And your legs out behind you. That's flying. Flying isn't in a wheelchair.
It's not like they're going to put you in some crazy, embarrassing costume. Like, you'll wear, like, a three-piece suit.
Right. Yeah. So that you look lawyerly.
Like you're a flying lawyer.
We'll take it to Brooks Brothers.
But that's an absolute. No wheelchair. Right, Jimmy?
No, well, I don't see how physically you fly a wheelchair. It's too heavy.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Flying, you don't need a wheelchair in the air. It's just the same. You don't need a wheelchair in a pool, do you, Eric?
Yes. No.
No, you're free.
No.
I just do not want anyone to see me out of the wheelchair.
Well, then we have another roadblock in our journey to flying.
I could even create a costume, like out of a blanket, so that no one will really see you. Like your head will be, it'll almost look like your head is just floating.
Cover you.
Your harness is going to cover your body.
A sack.
Yes.
I'll put you in a sack.
What about if instead of the wheelchair, it's in a crib?
In a baby crib.
Yeah, like a stroller.
Would you go?
Like that little bed that you see, sometimes with the balloons strung to it, like a mattress, a flying mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a hot air balloon.
What do you think of that? A baby crib.
Alibaba. Ali Baby.
You could be like the midget of Oz.
You got to really think this through.
You got to be splayed out, though. You can't be in a wheelchair.
Are you going to watch? Are you going to watch Jimmy's special tonight?
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'm dedicating it to you and the balloons.
What if Sarah Silverman flies with you?
I would do that.
You would, right? I know you would. And what if I flew you like in a room full of balloons, so that when if you even did fall, you just fall on a balloon?
You land on a balloon.
It'd be like one of those bouncing houses.
I don't know, Eric. To me, this sounds like a dream come true. I don't know what's so unpleasant about floating around with balloons.
I just feel kind of vulnerable out of the wheelchair.
No. That's silly.
That's your biggest problem. That's your biggest handicap in life, Eric, is your inability to be vulnerable.
Yeah, now you're just being a dick.
And you know what? I would never call you Eric the Midget again. I'd call you Eric Knievel.
Ooh.
Eric and Evil.
Eric and Evil.
I like that.
Thank you. So think about that, Eric, okay? Digest that. Thank you.
Well, last night I was all set, ready to do it.
Eric.
Even I was going to...
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Don't tease me.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Ask Tony Furto. He has...
I'm going to fly you, and Sarah Silverman's going to probably breastfeed you while you fly. What do you think of that?
I'll do it if you'll fly.
All right.
I called Tony Furto, left him a message saying I
Go
would do
think
it.
about it, Eric.
Yeah, but you can't even... We will. By the time we would get you here, you're changing your mind every minute.
See the
Make up your mind.
See the negotiation I have to go through? I've hung up on him.
He's a real fickle pickle.
Yeah.
He sure is.
I just hope he does the right thing, that's all.
I love how thrilled Sarah Silverman and Jimmy are to be speaking with Eric the Midget.
Jimmy and Sarah are really enormous fans of the show, and they listen all the time, and they're really deep into the peripheral characters.
My favorite thing that Jimmy said was Eric's afraid something's going to happen. Jimmy's like, what else could happen?
I like how he said everything goes over Eric's head.
Yeah.
That was great, too.
The one thing in this whole thing I got to disagree with is I almost would rather see him in the wheelchair. I think that's funny of him floating in the wheelchair.
You know what's so funny you say that, because I thought up until 3 weeks ago that that's what they were going for. I thought they were attaching balloons to the wheelchair, and I think that's funnier. But then once Howard told me it was the other way, he's going to look like a marionette. You know what I mean? Like he'll be all limp and just floating around.
I don't know. It's funny either way. Just that wheelchair sort of floating along.
Whether he's in the wheelchair or not in the wheelchair, I don't care. I just want to see him up in the air.
You know what? At this point, I just want him to keep negotiating. You know, I don't really even care if it happens at this point. I just love the negotiation process.
Well, maybe there's more room for something in the Thanksgiving Day parade. We'll have to see. All right. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Friday Show.